Hey, welcome to Make Your Money Matter. I'm your host, Brad Barrett. I'm also a managing director and partner here at One Capital Management. Today on the show, I want to talk about the psychology of money. Now, obviously, I've spoken about this a lot on our show for those of you who watch and listen, but I want to put something up on the screen here, and I want to almost put this theory to test within yourself. As you can see here on the screen, there are two circles, one gray, one orange. Now, despite what you might be thinking, these circles are not the same size, okay? So again, despite what you're thinking, these circles are not the same size. I wanna ask a question here that you'll ask of yourself here. Which of these two circles is larger? Think for yourself and maybe raise your hand wherever you are right now. Is the orange one larger? Okay? For those of you who think the orange one's larger, how many of you think the gray one is larger? Now, for those watching and listening, likely you have chosen one of these two circles that is the larger one that you perceive. If you have chose either one of them, you were wrong. They are both the same size. Here's my message. I'm gonna pull this down for a second. Here's my message. Despite what you may be thinking, you already knew when I put those up there that you saw, hey, these two circles, they look like the same size. Then you hear me come and say they are not the same size, and I want you to choose which one is larger. Friends, this is a great depiction of what happens to us in our lives, many times through advertisements, through marketing, and especially with our money. When we're told something, maybe even a lie, if you will, enough times, it becomes part of our culture. And then if it becomes part of our culture, it becomes generational. And what I want to share here and what I've done in my practice here at One Capital Management for nearly 20 years is try to debunk some of the financial lies or myths. Many of the shows I've actually done are on those subject matters around how we perceive money. Just because someone told us money was supposed to be viewed or looked at or earned one way doesn't mean it's the right way. And make sure you pull the lens back and actually trust your own instinct. Remember, those circles I put up, the first thing you thought of says, hey, randomly this guy's putting up two circles and they look exactly the same size, but he's telling me they're not. So now I have to choose one. So it's a psychology, method to kind of take a look at when you're talking with an advisor, when you're talking within your investments, especially during volatile times right now, making sure that your logical and rational brain is also talking with your emotional side. That's where an advisor can come in to help you. It's also a great time for you to realize that what you are doing with your money matters a ton. Frankly, that's why I entitled our show, Make Your Money Matter. Because how we perceive our money is then ultimately how we will use our money, and then obviously how we are gonna pass on our money. And so I wanted to share that. It was done with me a long time ago. I love the notion of that. I didn't mean to fool anybody by any means, but I wanted to share when someone says something or when you hear something about something around money in particular, making sure you also know the logical side versus the emotional side, or your subconscious, right? Because you knew those circles were the same size. Understanding how that works for your money matters a ton for your overall financial freedom. I hope you enjoyed that today. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single episode. And always remember to make your money matter.